Well, good morning, Bar with the Star followers. I hope we're well and welcome to this first edition. And you guessed it, we're going to have a go at making Correts and coriander soup. It's one of those UK classics. It may not be UK, but I don't know, but we'll find it from somewhere. So what do you need? You need some carrots, some fresh spring onions, they're actually better than onions, some coriander, 2 tablespoons of butter and a little bit of flour, and of course salt, pepper and a little bit of vegetable stock. So yeah, let's get our pan on the go first and just get it heated. And this is where we make our roux. So basically you want your butter and your flour into the pan for the roux. So in that goes. I prepped a little because I got the pan heated beforehand, and in with a little bit of flour. And while that's doing, we can start to actually. Oh, don't forget your pepper and a little bit of your salt. And while that's prepping, what we can do is just a nice low heat because we don't want to overdo it. While that's prepping, we can finally chop our carrots. So let's get these done and we can get them into the pan. I've only got a couple here. I've actually prepped the rest earlier so we can get the recipe underway. So yeah, I'll just leave that on the boil. Just watch your fingers as always. You size your carrots, just nice little cubes, and make sure you've got a knife that's relatively sharp. So that's our carrots finely chopped and they can go in one moment. And then of course spring onions, so in that goes. Let's just take a little bit of these off. As you can see, I'm not a professional chef, but we like to practice. So here we go. Yeah, get your spring onions nicely chopped. And really, that's all there is to it. So yeah, give our pan a little stir. Our roux's looking quite good in there. Make sure it doesn't stick. I would try and get a little bit of the stock in there early doors, and that just helps. Otherwise, you find that your flour may stick to the pan. So we'll give that a stir because, as I say, it is one I did earlier, and yep, that's looking good with my flour. And in you go with your carrots and start to get them nicely softened. In goes the spring onions, and we are virtually ready to simmer. Final piece, bit of your chicken stock, and we just leave this now to soften up nicely. And what we'll do is, folks, we will come back in a moment, and hopefully we've got some nice softened carrots, and we can add or go to the next stage. So see you in a moment. And there we go, folks, look at that. The carrots are actually softening nicely. You can see them steaming away in the roux. And don't forget, when you're doing this, just to give them a little stir. So we'll come back in one moment, and what we're going to do shortly is actually drop in the coriander. Well, the next stage of our Correts and coriander soup is to actually add our coriander. So it's pretty straightforward. This is just nicely ground coriander. So I usually go for probably a couple of dessert spoonsful. So let's just get it into our pan here, and it just blends in. Usually just blends in nicely actually. So just a couple, I think, not too much. You can see, yeah, about a half, 1.5 maybe. In that goes. We'll come back to that and just give that a stir, and then I think we're good. It is the key part of it actually, and that's really what gives it that lovely flavour that we all like in the soup. So yeah, we'll come back when we're done for the final stage, which is actually the blending process. Well, here we go, folks. This is the final bit, the bit that you've been waiting for. It's the final blend, as we say. So yeah, let's do this. So yeah, our carrots, our coriander, our roux is nicely softened in the pan, and yes, yeah, we're ready to do the final piece. So just watch yourself with this because the pan is hot. Yes, as you can see. So we're just going to take our time. I just use a hand blender, and yeah, it is a little bit hot. So the best way is get it straight into the pan, get it submerged, and away you go. And yes, the carrots are doing nicely now. Just be careful because this stuff does actually go everywhere if you're not too careful. So, but it gives a really good consistency. I tend to use just a hand blender rather than decant it elsewhere. And we are getting there slowly. Just take your time, working it in gently, working it and softening the soup and looking for that nice orange consistency as you would with curries and coriander soup. As I say, I used an orange consistency there, so we're getting there, folks. One more bit, as you can see, we're blending absolutely beautifully there. And yeah, this stuff will be just nice and thick, and that really forms the basis of your soup. And there is one final stage after this, and let's just see, we're nearly there. It does start to thicken and get a little bit thicker on your I'll call it the wand. And yeah, we're nearly there, folks. Here we go. One final spin, and I think we're looking extremely good. Just be careful you don't, as we've just said, burn yourself. And there we have it. Don't forget your spoon, and look at the nice consistency there. And there we have it, folks. There is one final step, and that's, as always, just to try, and we'll see. I've got to say, that is good. That is damn good. So let it cool, probably 5-10 minutes, and when you're ready to serve, heat it up on a gentle heat on the hob, add a little bit of cream, and then you're good to go. And I always like to top the dish with a little bit of fresh coriander. There we go, folks. Carrot and coriander soup. And as we say, have a lovely day. Cheers.